Alright guys, today in this video we're going to talk about solving linear equation word problems and its systems of equations. So when you have more than one put together, how do you solve those? And you're not going to like it because I only did the odds, so you have to do all the evens on your own. But I will walk you through the odds, and then the evens should be pretty similar to those. So do your best, and I'm going to be checking those in class. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so system word problems, we're going to define the variables, then we're going to set up the equations, and then we're going to solve, and then we're going to say what our answer is. Alright, so the first problem, the sum of two numbers is 30, and their difference is 12. Find the two numbers. So the sum, that's an addition word, that means I'm adding, of two numbers. Well, I don't know what the two numbers are, so we're going to give them two different variables, is 30. So I'm going to say x plus y is 30. Their difference, that's a subtraction word, is 12. So if I take those same variables, x and y, but I subtract them, I would get 12. So now it's just a matter of solving. Well, in this case, you can use substitution or elimination. Either one is probably just as easy. I'm going to go ahead and use elimination. The x's will cancel if I subtract. So I get 2y equals 18. Divide by 2, I get y equals 9. And now I can plug that in for the original equation to figure out what x equals. So I had x plus y equals 30, and I replaced the y with the 9. Subtract the 9 on both sides, I get x equals 21. So my solution is 21, 9. Alright, so the first number was 21, and the second number was 9. Now try number 2. It's very similar to this one. Set it up just the same way. Just read through the problem. Alright, number 3. The difference between two numbers is 9. Again, difference is a subtraction word. So it's going to be x minus y equals 9. Then the next one, it says the first number was x, plus twice the other number. So twice means times 2 is 27. So the first number plus 2 times y equals 27. Then I can, again, use elimination or substitution. I will use elimination. The x cancels. Negative y minus positive 2y gives me negative 3y. And then I'm going to subtract 9 minus 27. I get negative 18. Divide by negative 3. I get y equals 6. If you're one of those people that tends to screw up with your minus and your negatives and adding negatives, and when you add, when you subtract, you might want to try substitution. Sometimes it's a little easier. Alright. And then I'm going to take the original equation. I'm going to put 6 in for y. I'm going to solve for x. I get x is 15, so my solution is 15, 6. Okay, so try number 4 on your own. Alright, number 5. The sum of the two numbers is 20. So if I add two numbers, I'm going to get 20. The difference between 3 times the first number and twice the second number is 40. So the sum, if I add them, I get 20. The difference, so I'm subtracting 3 times the first number, so that's 3 times x. I'm subtracting twice the second number, that's 2 times y, is going to give me 40. So now I'm going to multiply the top equation by 3 so that I can have 3x in both equations. Substitution would have been a good option for this one as well. I just didn't do that. But I probably should have. So I got 3x plus 3y equals 60. So I'm going to use that equation and the bottom equation. The 3x's cancel. 3y minus negative 2y is going to give me 5y. 60 minus 40 is 20. So y equals 4. Then I have x plus y equals 20. I'm plugging in 4 for y. So I get x equals 16. So I have 16, 4 as my answer. And number 7. This one's much more of a word problem type. It says the cost of 3 boxes of envelopes and 4 boxes of notebook paper is $13.25. 2 boxes of envelopes and 6 boxes of notebook paper cost $17. Find the cost of each. Okay, number 7. So the cost of 3 boxes of envelopes and 4 boxes of notebook paper is $13.25. 2 boxes of envelopes and 6 boxes of notebook paper cost $17. Find the cost of each. So I'm going to use E for envelopes and N for notebook paper. You can put X and Y if that's what you're more comfortable with. Just remember that X is for envelopes and Y is for notebook paper. Alright, so 3 boxes of envelopes is 3E, 4 boxes of notebook paper is 4N, equals 1325. Same with the other part, 2 boxes of envelopes is 2E, 6 boxes of notebook paper is 6N, equals 17. Multiply the top equation by 2 and the bottom equation by 3, or use substitution if you're more comfortable with that, or graphing if you're more comfortable with that. Alright, so I get 6E plus 8N equals 26.5 because I multiplied everything in the top equation by 2. And I get 6E plus 18N equals 51 because I multiplied everything in the bottom equation by 3. I'm going to subtract. I get negative 10N equals negative 24.5. Divide by negative 10, I get N equals 245. So notebook paper costs $2.45 each. And then I'm going to plug 245 in for N into the original equation. I just picked the top one, multiply 245 by 4, I get 980. Subtract that, I get 3E equals 345. Divide by 3, so E equals $1.15. So envelopes are $1.15 and notebook paper is $2.45. Number 9. Gabby and Sydney bought some pens and pencils. Gabby bought 4 pens and 5 pencils for $6.71. Sydney bought 5 pens and 3 pencils for $7.12. Find the cost of each. Alright, so there's my equations. 4 pens, I put X for pens and Y for pencils because P and P would be a little confusing, so I had to use X and Y or any other 2 letters that you want. And then 5 pens and 3 pencils is 5X plus 3Y equals 712. Multiply the top equation by 5 and the bottom equation by 4. Elimination. I'm taking those first numbers and I'm basically just flipping them around, multiplying. So I get 20X plus 25Y equals $33.55. 20X plus 12Y equals $28.48. Subtract. 13Y equals 507. So I get Y equals 39 cents. Now I can plug that into the original equation for Y. I get 4X plus $1.95 equals $6.71. Subtract $1.95 on both sides. I get 4X equals $4.76. When I divide by 4, I get X equals $1.19. So pens are $1.19 and pencils are 39 cents. Alright, and number 11. A garden supply store sells 2 types of lawnmowers. The smaller lawnmower costs $249.99. The larger lawnmower costs $329.99. If 30 total lawnmowers were sold and their total sales are given for a given year was $8,379.70, find how many of each type were sold. Okay, so $249.99 for the smaller one, we'll call that X, plus $329.99 for the larger one is Y, and total of that was $8,379.70. And I know that of the 2 of X and Y mowers, I sold a total of 30 of them. So X plus Y equals 30, which I'm going to use substitution. I'm going to get Y by itself. Y equals negative X plus 30. And then I can plug that in for Y in the top equation. And then there's some big numbers, but all I'm doing is distributing, multiplying. Then I'm going to combine like terms, and I'm going to subtract the 9,899 on both sides. So I get negative 80x equals negative 1,520. Divide by negative 80, and I get x equals 19. Now that I know what x is, I can plug that into, I'm going to plug it into the smaller equation to save me some time. 19 plus y equals 30, subtract 19, so y equals 11.